Good morning, everyone. I am Teresa with Jeremiah Dreams. I'm running a little late today and I'm having trouble getting all the lights to be where they all need to be. So forgive me. I kind of changed the orientation of my camera this morning and it's kind of got everything so bear with me, you guys. I appreciate you guys joining me this morning. We're going to get started. I have a little bit of a different project to do for you this morning. So we're going to go ahead and get everything ready to go. And I'm going to switch the camera so you can see my surface. So hang on just a second here. Let me pull my camera up because I had to put it a little lower because everything was just in the way of everything, if you know what I mean. Let's see here. And let me bring you guys right in here. And what we're going to do today is we're going to use a hem printed out on rice paper on a canvas board, and we're going to put some really pretty florals with it. So let me just begin by saying we're using an 8x10 canvas panel. I love using these canvas panels because they're easy to store, they're easy to frame, they're just my go-to. I know a lot of people have a lot of opinions about canvas panels. I'm in some groups that talk frequently about the canvas panels, but I love them because they're perfect for preparing my artwork for me to use in whatever method I want to use when it's all said and done. So I hope the lighting is good for you guys. Let me know if you need any kind of adjustments to anything. I'm trying so hard to get everything just right, but probably need to move this a little bit, and that might help you out a little bit. Okay, so what we have here is an 8x10 canvas panel. I have printed out on rice paper that Loved Him, Amazing Grace. And you can see that it's just a little bit larger in the paper is than what I really want to use. So we're going to trim this down. Let me go ahead and prep my surface. I'm just going to use some gesso, some acrylic gesso. Good morning, Vicki. How are you, sweet friend? Thank you for being here this morning. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. Tell me if you can see okay, if the lighting is good, or any adjustments that you see that I should make. I would really appreciate your input on that. Let me grab my. I like to use a wide brush when I'm preparing gesso. Let me even raise you guys up a little bit more. I hope all is good. Gotta get my lighting just right because it's like right in my face. I just can't see well. There we go. Maybe that'd be a little bit better. All right, so I'm just preparing my surface. These canvas panels, you can buy canvas panels or canvases that are already prepped with gesso, but the gesso just kind of prepares the surface to receive your paint, kind of smooths out all the dimples that are in a canvas, and is just kind of a good first step when you're beginning a new project. Good. I'm doing good this morning. I kind of had a hard time getting up. Yesterday was a very busy day. For those of you who are new to me, I have a monthly subscription club, and I had to get those in the mail last night. So the weekend's been kind of busy getting all that finalized and ready to go out. But we got it done. But I'll be honest, I had a hard time getting up this morning. I'm going to get this nice and dry. I can kind of still see some of the shine. So I just want to kind of get it good and dry for the next step. There we go. I can see that shine is finally diminished, so it's ready for me to take the next step. So let's kind of get our, set this to the side. We're going to get our, now I printed this out on mulberry paper. It's like, you can use rice paper too. It's just what I have. And let me get this brush clean real quick. I just noticed I just stuck it in the water and I didn't clean it. And I like to keep my brushes clean as I go. Let me just do that. I keep a jar of soapy water right here and I clean my brushes. And this is just some dishwashing liquid in some water. Get it dry. Okay, now I'm going to use a water pen and I'm going to kind of narrow down these edges a little bit. Get the water flowing. And I'm going to tear my edges. Now I've got to be careful not to get too close to that ink because it will bleed. I'm going to water just the very edge of this top part because of where it's located. I just don't want to get into the ink area. Oh, you didn't want to get up this morning either. Man, I tell you, it's just kind of been a struggle this morning. So some of that ink is just running over into part of this, and that's okay. We'll just wind up painting right there. Kind of cover up that bleed. And I may have set it down in some water too, where it's soaked through. I like having the torn edges because it just blends right into the surface really, really well. I'm just kind of tearing that top edge a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to set this to the side for just a minute. We're going to come back to our panel, and I want to put a color on this. I'm going to use a very soft yellow, and I'm choosing this not because it's chalk paint, but because I love this color so much. And this is actually a folk art chalk paint in the color Summer Porch. Just so you can kind of see here. I've had this bottle forever, but I've also got another one in the wings for when I run out. I'm just going to put this down on the surface, but I'm going to just try to go around the outer edges, and I'll show you we're going to kind of fix that a little bit. So I've just put that right on the surface, and we're just going to kind of spread it around a little bit. Probably need to thin it down a little. I'm just going to grab a little bit of water on my brush. I think this is such a pretty color. Probably should have gotten some paper towel put down because I'm getting on my edges. There we go. Now I don't have to worry about my table so much. I'm just sliding this thing all over the place, aren't I? I'm just kind of spreading it out. Trying to get it to slide back. Trying to get in all the dimples. All right. Let's get this dry. Good morning, Rena. How are you this morning? So good to see you. How is that sweet grandbaby? Just saw a little spot we need to kind of blend. It's the thing is, as it dries, you start to see little imperfections. So I've left this center just like that on purpose. I tell y'all, I'm tired this morning. I really had a hard time getting up. I will be revealing this month's subscription art next week. So you're going to want to tune in next week to see what it was. If you would like to participate and join in on my subscription, monthly subscription, just I believe I've got a link in the description, or you can message me or put a comment right here with just say monthly. More information, please, or something to let me know, and I'll get you the link where you can learn more about my monthly subscription. I also have a private group. We paint together live on social media, on Facebook. We do that every Monday night at 7 p.m. Central. And we are doing a project right now involving a bird's nest. So you guys wanted to come join us. You're getting to see your grandson too this weekend. Oh, how fun. Good morning, Miss Brooke. How are y'all doing this morning? Monday sure did roll around fast, didn't it? Getting my brush clean. Hold on just a second. All right, I think I'm going to have to get a new paper towel. I've kind of saturated that one beyond saturation. Okay. Now, let's get our little hem, and we're just going to center it by eyeing it. But here's the thing. I know I don't have it with a solid surface underneath, so this is what we're going to do. I'm going to use my friction pen, and this is my go-to tool in my art. And we're going to kind of make sure my ink is flowing. And we're going to kind of outline the edges. A little extra right there I need to pull out. And so if you're wondering, if you're just joining in, this is mulberry paper instead of rice paper, but you can use rice paper. Okay, so now we're going to come into this section, and we're going to put down, I like to use white paint or chalk paint. And so I'm just going to use some chalk paint on this. I'm using the Snow White color. And we're just going to paint within these borders. Shake it up real good. And I like using the chalk paint because since we've got some color here, it's a good color blocker. Now my friction pen, if you are new to friction pens, this is disappearing ink. And so when I dry this, that is going to disappear, and we don't have to worry about that staying there and ruining our project. Doing good so far for a Monday. Boy, I hear you on that one. I'm just putting a little extra coat, so we're going to dry this. We may have to put another little bit on there. We'll see. But also watch how these markings just disappear with the heat. This is why I love my friction pen. You know, that just never gets old to me. Just want to make sure this is nice and dry. Let's see where we may need to add just a little more, just in a few little spots. There we go. Got a little bit right there. I'm just going to use my finger just to kind of blend it. I'm not too worried about it. It's a very light color, so it'll work good. All right, let me get my chalk paint put away. We're going to dry this. What have y'all got going on today? Work for me. Private group tonight. You guys, I'm working on a t-shirt quilt that I cannot wait to show you guys. But it's going to be just a little bit. It's a commission piece. And when it's a commission piece, I really kind of hate to show it. Before the customer gets to see it, you know. Okay, so my next step is I'm going to use some Mod Podge. I'm just using the matte Mod Podge. And we're going to, let me get my brush clean. I'm going to use the same brush. I just want to get that paint out of it. Good for you, Brooke, getting a lot of stuff accomplished yesterday. Good job, girl. Now, I like using the ironing method. That's just my preference. There's a lot of different ways to Mod Podge things on. I have a small iron that I use for this. I'm going to go ahead and get it turned on. We're going to dry this Mod Podge. Some of my things picked up. I need to grab while I'm drying this parchment paper that I'm going to need. probably good. Okay, so let's put this right here. And then we're going to cover it with the parchment paper. That's just going to help protect our mulberry paper. And then the iron is going to reactivate the glue, the Mod Podge. I personally like doing it this way. I have fewer wrinkles. A lot of people like to just stipple it on or pounce it on. And they like the wrinkles. It's just your personal preference, whichever you prefer. Depends on, what you're going to be doing with your project when it's finished. This could very well become a card, a greeting card. Okay. Let's get that put away. Now, let's see where we are. Things look pretty good. So what I want to do next, I want to seal this because I want to paint on it and it not bleed. So what I'm going to use is this matte finish spray coating by Krylon. I'm just going to hold it over my trash can that I have right here and just kind of spray it on. So hang on, everybody. I'm going to disappear for 1 second and then I'll be right back with you. Shake it up. All right. This will allow me to be able to paint on this and not worry about bleed. So let's just dry this real quick, make sure that coating is dry. And then we're going to start laying in some florals. All right. All right, so I want to use, I want to do some really, I'm trying to think of the word. I'm going to double load my brush, but I want to use some very striking colors. I found, let me show y'all what's kind of inspired me. I don't even remember that. I've had this image for a while, but look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? And so I want to use this as inspiration for my florals. I'm not going to be able to do it exactly like that because I'm a human being, but I am using that for inspiration for my colors and just kind of the overall type of flower and how I want it to look. So I'm going to use, this is a Pixie paint Bombini cocktail. I love this color. It's one that I don't think I can mix. And then we're going to use some very soft blue on the outside. And I'm going to actually use a craft paint. This is an Anita's brand, but you could find one similar in another brand. It's Morning Blue. And these are going to be my two colors for my flower. So I'm going to pull this out on my palette. And it won't take much. Just shake these up a little bit. All right, and so we're going to double load our brush. And I want one of my water brushes. Here we go. This is a size 12. I'm going to go ahead and get my brush wet. Okay. So we're going to have our lighter color on the outside edge. Make sure I've got a nice chisel here. So I'm kind of compressing my bristles. And we're going to load half and half. Okay, so thinking about where we want our colors to be, and just kind of swivel the edges like so. And I'm going to reload, keeping straight which side is which with the colors. Letting them overlap some. Blend that out a little. This is a petal that's going to be more in the forefront. Then we're going to put, we need this other petal to kind of be, let's see, we want this on the inside. That's okay. Then we're going to add some more things here. Let's add just one more small petal right through here. Okay. And let's take a look and see where we may want some more. We may want to do like some buds. Keeping in mind where we want everything to be. And we may want one kind of over this way. We'll start right there and kind of see how it feels. Okay, so I want to put some pink right in that center, and I'm going to use, I have this beautiful color. Let me find it. This is it. Yes. This is a pearlized vermilion by Master's Touch. I love this color. We're going to use this for some of the center of the flower. Hold on a second. There we go. This is a beautiful color. And I'm just going to use a round brush. This is actually a filbert in a size 2-0. We're going to put this right dead center of our flower. I'm kind of just dotting it in, to be honest. And then I'm going to get a different brush, a very small flat brush. And we're just going to pull some of this out. Okay, let's kind of layer it up. And again, just a little more right in the center. All right. Oh, Brooke, thank you, ma'am. All right, so now I'm going to use my detail brush, and we're just going to enhance some of the division in these petals. I'm just going to use my regular shadow color, primary color that we've added in this project. And I'm just kind of going between the petals with this color. Just kind of to make those layers pop a little bit. Kind of enhancing those and then just blending it. We're enhancing the overlap. I'm just going to kind of reinforce this color through here a little bit. Pull in a little bit of this lighter blue. And we're just blending. I'm going to kind of strengthen that color through here. Really just kind of doing touch-ups. I want to kind of enhance the shape of this end here. Okay. Just kind of streaking it out. Just using my same morning blue color just to add some streaks into the petal. Uh-oh. There go the fur babies doing their love language over there. So there was a lot of pigment that came out on that stroke. So I'm just kind of scaling it back a little bit. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to pull in a little bit of white. Just going to use some titanium white. I'm actually going to mix it with my vermilion. This is the pearlized vermilion. I love this color so much. Just get a much softer shade. Y'all, he probably sees a rabbit. We've got rabbits in our backyard. So I'm going to add a little bit. I may need to go to a smaller brush as I look at this. Let me go ahead and use my micro brush. Baxter, that's enough, baby. Come here. Did you see a rabbit? Yeah. I need to get this thinned out right to here. Come here. I'm sorry for the barking, y'all. Oh, I hear another dog in the neighborhood too. Baxter. And I'm making sure that these streaks kind of have a curve to them that kind of follow that petal shape. Get a little more of this pink on the outer part of this petal. There we go. You too, Miss Rena. Thank you for being here. Get my little micro brush cleaned. So you guys, I'm going to have to hop off of here as well and begin my work day. So this is a good stopping point. We'll come back on Wednesday and continue this project. Let me raise all these things up a little bit so they're not right in front of my face. Because I've kind of got everything low. Sorry about this. Everything is just kind of right there. Bring it down a little bit lower and maybe that'll get it out from in front of my face where I can at least tell you bye, right? Okay. So thank you all for being here with me today. I so appreciate the time you spend with me. I hope you found this to be inspirational, give you some ideas on what you can do with some hem art. This one's not quite finished. I hope we can get it finished on Wednesday. So please join me again on Wednesday morning, same time, same place. You guys have a wonderful week and I look forward to seeing you all again very soon. Have a wonderful day. Bye, friends.